10 things you should never expect from anyone. In a perfect world, we'd all have people nodding along to our every word, follow our behavioral script to a T, and invest in our problems like it's a shared mission. But let's face it, reality is way more complex, and things don't always align with our preferred expectations. That's why it's important to be aware of what you can and cannot realistically expect from others. Approaching situations with a more flexible and adaptable mindset will help you avoid disappointment and frustration when things don't quite go as you thought they would. With that in mind, here are 10 things you shouldn't expect from anyone. Number 1, to agree with you on everything. Although it's natural to want validation at times, demanding complete agreement from others sets everyone up for frustration and conflict. People are complex beings with their own unique views, experiences, and opinions. We all see the world through our own unique lens, and what may seem logical and obvious to you could be completely foreign and irrational to someone else. It would actually be incredibly boring if everyone agreed with us all the time. The richness of life comes from diversity of opinions and perspectives. So instead of expecting people to always agree with you, embrace the opportunity to learn from them and broaden your own understanding. Number 2, to behave the way you want them to. Trying to control or change others to behave as you desire often backfires. Nobody likes being put into a box against their will, and your attempts at molding their actions will likely be met with resistance. They may comply to keep the peace, but this only builds resentment. People are not puppets, and relationships are not stage plays where everyone follows a script. And while it's healthy to compromise, it's simply unrealistic to expect others to completely conform to your ideal behaviors and choices. Allow room for individuality, appreciate differences, and celebrate the quirks that make people who they are. Number 3, to care about your problems as much as you do. It's good to have a support system, but you cannot expect others to care about your problems on the same level as you do. Everyone has their own challenges and concerns to navigate, and their capacity to take on your burdens is limited. People get caught up in their own lives and may not notice if you're going through a tough time, or if they do notice, they may not know how to provide support. You need to keep realistic expectations of what emotional bandwidth others can provide. Turning to people close to you for occasional advice or comfort is reasonable, but beyond a point, it's crucial that you take ownership of solving your own problems. And if you have issues that require deeper or ongoing support, consider seeking professional help. Number 4, to be available 24/7. Healthy relationships involve a balance of time together and time apart. No one can or should be available for you all the time. Each person in your life has responsibilities, interests, and needs that exist beyond their relationship with you. Just because you want their attention doesn't mean they can or want to give it in that moment. They may be busy with work, family, self-care, or other obligations. Rather than assuming you are entitled to someone's constant time and attention, reflect on what boundaries and reasonable availability looks like for you. Communicate those mutually, then do your best to respect them. Number 5, to read your mind. While it would be great if our friends, family, and partners were mind readers who instinctively knew what we wanted, expecting someone to understand your thoughts and desires without directly communicating them isn't realistic. Nobody can read your mind and anticipate your every need. People have different communication styles, and that's why it's important to be open, honest, and transparent with one another. Instead of expecting others to get the hint, be straight up and just let them know what you want or need. Number 6, to hand you opportunities. Opportunities don't come knocking on the door every day, and it's definitely not someone else's responsibility to hand them to you. Sure, it's good to have supportive people in your life who can guide you or provide advice, but ultimately, the responsibility to create opportunities for yourself lies with you. Rather than waiting around for someone to give you your big break, take the initiative to actively work toward your goals. Do your research, make a plan, and start taking steps in the right direction. This includes building your skills, expanding your network, and looking for ways to create value. With the right mindset and effort, you can open doors for yourself. Number 7, to provide blind loyalty. Trust and loyalty are built over time through mutual respect, understanding, and support. You can't just demand blind loyalty without having built a foundation for it. So before expecting others to stand by you no matter what, ask yourself what you have done to inspire such devotion. Have you been loyal to them, supported them in difficult times, treated them with respect? Or have you just been taking their presence in your life for granted? In essence, loyalty is like a bank account. You have to make deposits before making withdrawals. Number 8, to have complete emotional control. Everyone experiences difficult emotions from time to time. Anger, sadness, fear, and stress are all normal parts of the human experience. Plus things like hormones, genetics, past experiences, and current circumstances all have an influence on how we feel. It's unreasonable to expect others to be calm, cool, and collected at all times. People can't simply will away negative feelings just because it would be more convenient for you. Allow others to be human, and don't judge them harshly for having normal emotional reactions. Cut people some slack if they seem irritable, impatient, or on edge, and be understanding when emotions get the better of them. Chances are they're dealing with inner turmoil that has nothing to do with you. Number 9, to forgive you instantly. If you've made a mistake that hurts someone, it's natural to want swift forgiveness, but it's equally important to respect the other person's timeline. Even if they say they forgive you, the hurt may linger under the surface. Healing takes time, and expecting instant forgiveness can add pressure to the relationship. It's best to just give people space and let the forgiveness process happen organically. Make amends through changed behavior over an extended period, and let them see your remorse is sincere before expecting the relationship to be fully mended. Number 10, to be responsible for your happiness. It's truly wonderful to share joy with others, but relying on someone else to be the only source of your happiness is setting yourself up for disappointment. It's not a healthy approach, and it puts an unfair burden on the other person. Look at it this way. Your happiness is like a garden, and you're the gardener. Others are like beautiful flowers in your garden, adding to its charm. In other words, while it's great to have people contribute positively to your life, remember that your overall happiness is something you cultivate on your own. It's about caring for your emotional well-being by finding fulfillment in different aspects of your life, not just relying on others to provide it all. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well.